Hart here with your Ask Susan Sunday, the place to be every Sunday for whatever's popping for you. Somebody asked me on Ask Susan TV, we have Ask Susan TV on YouTube, and they said, well, I don't get this popping thing. And for me, it's really like that. It's a hey, Patricia, it's a whisper of awareness. It's like pop, oh my gosh, I never thought of that before. Or pop, oh, that was my best choice. Or pop, I wonder how many other choices I have. That's to me what's a pop. So, hey Saskia, welcome. Hey Patricia, welcome. One of the things I know for sure is, speak what speaks for you, right? So I'm not going to use anybody else's languages. What pops for me is actually what pops for me. Hey Rosanna, welcome, welcome. Hey, if you are an Ask Susan member, tag a fellow Ask Susan member. Tell them to get on in here and let us know where you're from. We have an amazing group of people from all around the world, and I'm so grateful for all of you. The topic today is a good one. It started out as one thing and turned into something else. I'm just going to read a little bit from the Ask Susan questions that came in, and let's see if I can do this without shaking anything. How's your day going? Yep, just yes, no, maybe so. Have lots of questions. Let me know what's popping for you. Alrighty. Today's topic is, well, let's start a little bit backwards. I got a heart. Yay. So the question that I asked everybody is, what are you breaking through? I'm just going to erase that and put in that. What are you breaking through today? Right? The question I asked is, what are your breakthroughs today? And what came up was there were so many people who were trying to break through pain. And I apologize if you just asked to join. I'll join you in later and you can watch us and let me know, #replay, if you're watching this on the second go around or third go around. I adore that when you let me know where you're from and if you watched it on replay or live and what questions you have that we didn't get to that are actually popping for you. All right, so let's begin. The question that I asked the Ask Susan members this week was, drum roll please, what are you asking to break through today? And for a lot of people, it was pain and body pain. And so I started asking some questions about that. What is pain, right? Different things for different people, resonates in different areas of your life, your living, your body. There was a lot of body pain. And so one of the things that I know for sure is we are sonar, okay? What is that, Susan? Well, sonar is when you have the capacity to pick up beams from anywhere, all around the world, all around the universe. And it feels so intense that you think it's yours. You take it in, your body is yours. Did you ever wake up in the morning and you're like, what the hell? Right? I was feeling so good when I went to bed last night and I feel like a piece of poo now. Well, the first question you want to ask is who does that belong to? You see, our brains don't have a point of view. Right? Our brains are wired to take whatever information we bring in and then feed it back to us. Like your own little personal, private museum of your life. Right? So when you then bring in other information that doesn't compute with what you've told your brain this is what it is, how many of you then decide that this is painful, that you can't deal with it, that you're confused, that you're upset, that you're angry, and you can't figure it out? Well, what if it wasn't yours to begin with, right? What if you're actually sonar? I'm just I was taking some notes here because I think it's really, is this interesting for you? Let me know. Give me a hearts or like or a yes, or I have some questions or right? Let me know. Yeah. Because it's important for me to know that we're in that sweet spot. That's why I'm here. That's what Ask Susan Sunday is all about. It's about your questions and what's popping for you. So, your sensory devices, your taste, what you're told, your taste, sound, sight, touch, those are like plugins, right? You're born with these plugins. And what we're taught is there are no more. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Yay! Where there's no more. There's nothing greater. Hey, Teresa, welcome. There's nothing greater than those sensory plugins. Hi, Erica. Right? So if it doesn't compute with the sensory plugins, taste, sound, sense, touch, right? If it doesn't hearing, if it doesn't compute, if it's out of the realm of what you've been plugged in to believe you're capable of, you can only hear this, you can only see this, you can only know this, right? You can't possibly taste that, right? Don't touch that way, right? Oh, Rosanna got a thumbs up, right? Then you've limited yourself to this reality, and you've actually haven't allowed yourself to step in to the wonderment of being sonar. Hi, Mariana, welcome, welcome, right? So again, sonar has to do with, for instance, a brain magnetizes. They magnetize to this reality so they can, I wrote it down, it's so interesting, so they can organize to the magnetic fields of the planet, right? I'll repeat it again. Birds, when they fly, magnetize so they can organize to the magnetic fields of this plane. Every animal has its own way of dealing with its sensory perceptions and receptions, right? We're the only animal that's taught, no, just sight, sound, hearing. No, that's it. If you talk about that you know, or if you talk about that you see, or if you talk about that you hear, what other people don't hear, see, and know, you're told you're crazy, you're told you're rebellious, you're told all kinds of things that are not true. So how does that relate to pain? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. How many of us are so sonar, we've taken so much of other people's thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, of what's going on in the world, of the awareness of what is possible. And we take it in a totally different way. And it actually doesn't compute with this reality. So we start to take it in instead of just receiving it. And then it creates dis-ease. Dis-ease in the body. Dis-ease in being you. Right? So if I ask you this question, are you sonar? Right? Do you hear things other people don't hear? Are your perceptions much different than what other people perceive? Tell me what that feels like for you when I'm talking to you about this. Patricia, you got a question. I'm coming in, babe. I wonder if creating body pain is a way of withdrawing from, or avoiding something rather than just making a different choice. Absolutely. And Patricia, I love that. Thank you so much for that question, awareness, that wonderment. Yeah, because we are made to wonder, right? So every time, like yesterday, here I am with the cast and this and that, and I was pulling an apple pie out of the toaster oven, and I burnt I'm like, really? And then I was like, okay, was I actually being present? Was I being present with what pulling the pie out of the oven required? Or was I on automatic rote? Pull it out, check it, put it back in. How much are we on automatic rote? We're given information all the time. And the universe is like, oh, you didn't get that you're not listening this way? Okay, let me try hitting upside the head, and maybe you'll get it that way. Right? So, Patricia, you're one of the people that said body and pain. Right? So how much are you aware? Is it that you're withdrawing from? It could be. Is it that you're avoiding? It could be. Is it that you're trying to heal? So how many of you have made a decision because you're aware it's your job to heal? And you take it very, very personally, like in your person, personally, in your person, in your body. You take it in when people aren't willing to receive your brilliance, your awareness, your healing capacities. What's that like for you? Right? Just because you're sonar doesn't mean you have to share it with the world. Just because you're sonar doesn't mean you have to do anything about it. Hey, Liz, welcome. So, Patricia, let me know how that lands for you. And for everybody else, how is this landing for you? Come on in with your questions. Elaine, cool. Let me open this up. So what's the deal? I love it. So what's the deal? When I've asked and gotten that it's not mine, and I've returned to sender 1 billion times, it gets better for a bit and then keeps coming back. Well, do you have any expectation when you say return to sender? Right? What if, okay, so truth, do you have any expectation, Elaine, when you say return to sender? Right? So for those of you who do, here's another way of being with this information. What if you're aware? You're probably not, but what if you are? Right? What if you're aware of what isn't working for you? You ask, is this mine? Light or heavy? No, not mine. Okay, cool. Is this somebody else's? Yeah, it's somebody else's. Okay, cool. Would you be willing to disengage from any expectation, any perception that is your job to do anything with it? What if you just dissipate it? Let it go. How many of us distract ourselves from trying to follow where something goes? Wow, not mine. Okay, cool. Now what I'm choosing? I'm going to expand my universe. I'm going to expand the view I have of me. I'm going to acknowledge, wow, that was a cool awareness, not mine. Cool. Now what can I create today? Yeah. Patricia, so how do you not take it into your body? I feel like I keep running it as cement wall. Elaine, yes, then it goes away. Awesome. Thanks, Elaine. How do you not take it into your body? It's a choice. Okay. So, we've talked about what I created the last month, right? Well, I've been asking my body, oh, cool, body, can you heal? How many of my organs are willing to go over here and donate to healing this area of my body and this area of my body? Body, show me what you require. Body, show me what you require. My body's giving me information about my business. It's giving me information about how I be and who I be and how I am on this planet, right? So we feel like we've hit a cement wall when the questions we are asking have an expectation to them. Patricia, and for everybody, let me know if this makes sense. We feel like we are hitting a brick wall when we have an expectation of the question that we're asking. Right? So, again, I keep being told you're not listening by the universe. It's not a question. It's just like, hey, you're not listening. You're on road again. Every time I'm on road, even with all of this, I stub my toe or I burn my hand or whatever that is. Right? It's like, okay, what would it take for me to actually be totally 150,000 quadrillion, billion, zillion presence? Right? With no expectation. Like, oh, cool. I wonder what this could create. Patricia says, yes, expectations. Geez. Yeah. And that's a great one to ask. Is there an expectation here? I was working with a VA and all of a sudden I realized, number one, did I have an expectation here? Cool. So everything that is, expand out. Would I be willing to be the leader, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes, and just keep moving forward? See, we're taught, again, instead of being Sonar, encouraged to be Sonar, what does this require? Go out 5 years. What does this look like for you? What does it taste? What are the senses that you desire to instill into everything you be and do? Instead, we're told, oh, it's their fault. You should resent that. Don't you resent that? Don't you feel bad? This is terrible. None of those create anything greater. Don't you resent that, by the way, is not a question. Don't you feel bad is not a question. She should be doing, or he should be doing, or they should be doing is not a question, right? If you're hanging out with people that don't live in the question, and you know when you get buggy or antsy, stop and ask yourself, is there anybody in this house, in my business, in my life, in my living right now that I'm aware of, right, that has an expectation? Because it's not about changing them, it's about expanding you and your sonar capacities to perceive, to know, and be what you're asking for. And everything else is just information. So let me know how this lands for you. This is not a dialogue or a monologue, it's a conversation. And how many of us resort to pain or fill our days with pain, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, instead of asking ourselves, do I have sonar capacities that I haven't been aware of? Ooh, I love the hearts. Thank you so much. Do I have sonar capacities I haven't been aware of? Right? How many of you are aware of what's going on the planet? Like how many of your bodies were filled with pain maybe 4 or 5 days ago? Are you living on a planet that has earthquakes? Like there's been 3,000 in California, I think, right now. Right? How many of you are aware of what's going on? Hey, Paula, welcome. Hey, Paula. Just because you're aware doesn't mean you have to actually do anything with it, right? It's how can you use these sonar capacities to your advantage? Change you, change the world, right? Not change them and then that'll change me. Change you, change the world. Yeah. So, questions popping up for people. I'm just going to check and see. I think we've covered a lot of what came on the Ask Susan website this week with this question. One of our members said, I would like my energy that's been zapped from the last couple of days. So again, no one can take energy from you, right? You might ask, so what is this? Am I bored? Am I feeling defeated? Have I made is there a decision here? That's my go-to question these days. Is there a decision here, and is there a different choice? And the different choice could be water instead of coffee. The different choice could be get up and go for a walk around the block. The difference could be smell a flower. It doesn't matter, right? Again, your brain is only programmed to what you've told it to program, right? So can you expand out and become the different that you be with a different choice? Sona says, thanks. Okay, well, hey, Catherine, welcome. Hey, babe. All right, let me go back here. Sorry, I can't, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Elaine, Susan, what did you do to create the deal with your arms? I wasn't listening. Truth, Elaine, I wasn't listening. This was about 4 weeks ago. I was at a wedding, and I had one of those snazzy dresses that's short in the front and long in the back, and my body said wear the flats, and everybody around me said no, wear the heels, they're so sexy. So right, my body I asked my body 3 times, wear the flat shoes. Wasn't listening. The universe gave me information, and I was dancing, and I stepped backwards down a step, and my heel caught into the dress, the back of the dress, and basically I pulled myself down. This one, the other one was 3 weeks ago. The universe told me don't put the dog out. Put the dog out, my daughter's dog, and the dog was dancing in front of me, and instead of becoming really aware of what was going on, I stepped to the right and slipped on a skateboard. Again, the universe gave me all this information. Was I listening? No, I can deal. That's the deal. The deal is everywhere you're trying to deal with something instead of listening and being present. It's just a choice. Let's see, sorry about my fingers here. Seema, thank you. What's up with your, okay, you already got that. Okay, guys, it's like, wow, interesting choice, right? And okay, so here's the deal with all of this, with my body. My word for 2019 was clarity, right? Every year I have an energetic word that I play with. If you work with me privately, you know that. We talk about all kinds of energies, of being present with the energies of you, of change, right? So for me, it was clarity, and I'm getting it, right? It's been so amazing, the clarity that I've been getting by not being able to jump in where I used to jump in, not being able to move the way I used to move, moving differently now, being gratitude for all the awarenesses that have come in. That's the deal with the arms. Okay, hope that answered everybody. Oops, here we go. Loving the topic, Catherine. Say thank you, so appropriate. Thank you so much. Hey, Maria, welcome. So, any other questions? We've talked about, if you've just popped on, please re-listen, press #replay. That's lots of juicy information there. Basically, your brain doesn't know and doesn't care about the information you give it, right? It's just input channels. So if you believe this reality is true, that says you only have 6 senses, that you only can see a certain amount, and then you need glasses, that you can only hear a certain amount, then you need hearing aids, that you can only touch, that there's all sorts of misconceptions about who we be, this living, breathing, infinite being, right? This body that we've chosen. We are in fact sonar. We have a capacity to relay information out. Some people call it mental telepathy. It's your sonar. You can call it psychic, you can call it mental, you can call it whatever you want, right? The fact is you're sonar. You have a capacity, right, to be aware. Your awareness of an awareness unit, you are amazingly aware. So everywhere you discounted the information that comes in and decided it's yours, decided that you can't do anything about it, decided it's your job to do something with it, and everywhere your body has taken on your points of views. Your body doesn't have a point of view. It's like, oh, you want to suffer? Okay, let's suffer. Oh, you want to create a disease here? Okay, let's create a disease. Your body doesn't have a point of view. You have the capacity to choose. What are you choosing? Just for this week, start playing. Never any more after this week. I'm doing the winks today. I don't know why. It's fun. Even for today, start being present and being aware, right, of the sonar capacities that you have, what you are aware of. Sonia, how do we listen? Like that. Yeah. presence and choice. You know, Sonia, and for everybody, you know, how many times have you been in a conversation where somebody asks you questions and they're really not listening, right? Would you be willing to be the gift of someone who does listen, right? If you're willing to listen, your barriers are down. You're not trying to prove your point. And you're really getting all the information in. If you're willing to listen, you will receive everything you've been asking for. Because your awareness units are there. Yeah. So Sonia, let me know if that. Oh, thanks, Cass. Cass says, loving this conversation, Susan. Thank you. Teresa says, time for a butler. You got it, baby. Let's see. Patricia. And Sonia, let me know how that lands for you. Patricia, can you speak more about giving your energy versus someone taking it? Okay, here's the truth. No one can take anything. Right? There are certain entities out there that may not wish you well. Right? You have an infinite amount of energy. And so it's the willingness for you to be aware. Hey, Moira, welcome, welcome. It's the willingness for you to be aware, right? No one can take anything from you. Again, there are entities that may not wish you well, that might create all kinds of things in your life. When you are stop and ask, what is this, right? And is there somebody who can assist me here? You know, I've reached out to different friends of mine who cut ties with different universes, with different entities. You know, we have a conversation, we ask questions about the willingness to actually dissipate the energy that these entities are lodging into. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But Patricia, let me know if this assists you. You have to be that vibration, right? For somebody else to attract that. So I often ask, so what vibration was I that it actually attracted that? Not in a wrongness way. Nothing wrong. More like, I wonder. And if I can't like click in, I'll reach out, phone a friend. Say, hey, can you look at this with me? I have some questions here. Yeah. Let me know how that lands. Sonia says, yay. Whoop. Thanks. You're welcome. Patricia, let me know how that lands. Let's see. How to expand my business, attract people to it. Teresa, listen to the conversation we had last week, babe. It's the willingness. Are you willing to be Sonar with your business? So all of you, are you willing to ask your businesses to contribute to you? Are you willing to contribute to your business? Are you willing to create a symbiotic relationship with your business? Your business is a living entity. Ask your business to go out and bring you clients. Are you willing for your business to be Sonar, or have you decided you're in charge of your business? That's that. And how many of you have businesses that are pain-filled? It's like, oh my God, I can't stand it. We're not making money. Or, you know, who does that belong to, right? Business, how would we like to play today? What's required of me today? Just like that. Patricia, yes, that assists. Thank you so much. Yay. Again, if you're listening to this on the rebound or later, just put hashtag replay and pop in with your questions. I check in all week long. And thank you, all of you who have been playing with me. We're going to be creating something new. It's a pilot project, and it's all about change. So I will let you know what that's all about after we have a meeting on Wednesday. And I can't wait to see what that creates. Any more questions on pain-filled and Sonar? Remember, you have capacities that no one's ever acknowledged. Oh well, right? What is it that you came here to be and do? Expand out with that. You know, yesterday I was out on the back deck and I was talking to the trees and I said, hey, if you can hear me, nod. And the trees are like, yeah, we can hear you. It's a little game I play with trees. Because I can, because it's fun, because I probably always have. And how many lifetimes, right? What is it that you've been holding back that you know is true for you? Moira, you missed what Sonar means. Sonar is a capacity. For instance, okay, so you have, whales, right? Under in the ocean, they are sonar. They can detect where there's something solid and something fluid. They can detect where their food is. right? They just send out and it comes back to them. Bats are sonar, right? They can detect what's coming back to them. Being sonar is the capacity to actually pick up all of these sonar waves coming in, right? We're programmed to believe that we can only pick up what somebody else puts down. Who does that belong to? How many of you are so sonar you're picking up from multiverses? Yeah, that feels a little lighter, doesn't it? Yeah, Hey, Kelly. Yeah. So, more does that give you more information? And is that clear for people? Yeah. I never thought, thank you. Morris says, I never thought of using that. Absolutely. Yeah, cool. Cass, wow. I wasn't aware that I had decided I had to do all the work in my business. Meanwhile, it's been tapping on my shoulder, asking to contribute. Cute, not always brave. Absolutely. Everything we create is alive, right? And so be that presence. You know, Sonia asked about listening. Listen to your business. What is your business asking for? Your business is tapping on your shoulder all the time. Clarity was my word for 2019 to 2020. I might play with you for all of you listening. What's your word for 2019 to 2020? Put it down on the Facebook and let's see what we can play with for next week. I adore you all. Thank you so much. Keep those cards and letters coming. Hi, Margot. Welcome. I love hearing from you, by the way, whether you're on the newsletter, and I'll always say, please, reply. If something pops through, reply. And same thing here. Oh, I thank you for all the hearts and everything like that. Yep. Catherine. Let's see. Including acknowledgement of myself, my creations, and what I've chosen, what I am choosing, to be more aware of that with great allowance. Awesome, Catherine. Yay. Hey, Melinda. Welcome. I adore you all. I will see you next Sunday. Until then, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader, that sonar leader that you came here to be. Because the world needs more of you and not less. Mwah. Adore you all. Thank you.